Okay, guys, let's look at the second student task statement called expressions with altitude. A mountaineer is climbing elevations. Write expressions that represent the difference between the final elevation and beginning elevation. Then write the value of the change. The first column is done for you. Okay, so we're using subtraction to write the difference, and then we're going to find the change. Okay, so let's focus on answering the third column. All right, so they say they want us to use the difference. So the difference between the final and the beginning. So this one would be 50 minus 400. They're both positive. The second one will be negative 150 minus 400. The next one will be positive 610 minus negative 200. The next one will be negative 50 minus negative 200. The second and last row will be negative 500 minus negative 200. And the last one will be negative 200, or 0 minus negative 200. Okay? So there are subtraction, and just like what we discussed in the last lesson, subtracting a positive is the same as adding its opposite, or subtracting a number is the same as adding its opposite. Okay? So if I had to rewrite this as addition, it would be 50 plus negative 400. The next one will be 120 plus negative 400. The next one will be 610 plus, and remember, I'm adding, if I had to put this, I'm adding the opposite, which is the additive inverse, which I told you guys to write this down in the last lesson. Hopefully you did, okay? It's adding the opposite, and I'll put that in parentheses. Okay? So, which would be plus positive 200. Then the next one will be negative 50 plus 200. All right? Then the next one will be negative 500 plus 200. All right? Or why did I, okay, I got you. I see what I did. Oh, let's say, why do I keep putting 200? I see what it is, okay? And then for the last row, it will be 0 plus 200, okay? So let's get started, all right? So I want you guys to know that these expressions and this are equivalent. They're equal to each other, okay? They're equivalent to each other. All right, so let's get started. So if the signs are different, you want to subtract just like 400 minus 50, which would be 350. But being that 400 is furthest away from the 0, or it has the greatest absolute value, it would be a negative 350. For the next one, the signs are the same. So since the signs are the same, you would add like regular, which would be 520, and it would be negative, okay? Negative 520, because the signs are the same. For the next one, 610 plus 200 would be 810. Now for this one, we could do like the same thing with number 1. The signs are different, so we're going to add them together. Well, we're going to subtract them, and it would be 150. And since 200 is positive and has the greatest absolute value, the answer will be positive. For the second and last one, I have negative 500 plus 200, and it'll equal 300 because the signs are different. And since 500 will be furthest away from 0, it'll be negative 300. And for the last one, 0 plus 200 would give me 200. Okay? So keep in mind that subtracting a number is the same as adding its opposite. Okay? So I know I kind of went kind of quickly with you guys. If you guys need to watch this portion of the lesson over again, you can always feel free to rewind this video and watch it again. Or you could visit your manager's Google Meet session, and I'll see you guys in the third student task statement.